Number 10, Angel Cop.
Die, you imperialist vermin!
This is definitely one we'd recommend, if only for how absurd it can get with its action, vulgarity, and pristine examples of early dubbing.
Jesus, it's a woman.
In a future dominated by cybernetic augments and a new wave of radicalization, Angel and her fellow Special Security Force agents aim to bring order. Through violence, of course.
Well, if you can't take the heat, perhaps you should think about getting yourself a nice desk job.
Every curse word and every death is about as over the top as you'd expect, making it a must-watch for those of you that are big on the cheesiness of the 90s mixed with the saucier tropes of anime.
Tell me why you're killing these terrorists!
You kill them too, don't you?
Yes, but it's my job to kill them!
Number 9, Cyber City 080 808. Short, not so sweet, and packed with more glam hairstyles than we know what to do with, this collection of OVAs is an easy miss, but makes for a fun time. With the promise of a reduced sentence, 3 hardened criminals take on the dirty work as wannabe members of the cyber police. Even if the action can sometimes be drowned out by its meandering story, it still has some of the best so bad it's good dialogue you're likely to hear. Never change, Benton.
I've gotta hand it to you, boys. You're not as stupid as you look. That'd be impossible.
Number 8, Urotsuki Doji, Legend of the Overfiend.
He's not the one. He's not the Chojin. Now you die.
So this one comes with a few disclaimers. Yes, this one is very raunchy. And yes, it's also the pioneer of the, well, that being said, it's also got just as much decapitation and body horror as it does all the naughty stuff. So that's something, right?
Come on, Chojin. Let's see how good you really are. I'll take you.
Honestly, chances are you're only going to check this one out due to curiosity, or because it happens to feature the tags you like. But still, as a piece of animated history, you have to respect how it ushered in a brand new, culturally defining subgenre.
Akemi, I just wanted you to know that I've been in love with you for a long time now.
That makes me very happy.
I'm happy too.
Number 7, Devilman OVAs.
Give me that bunny rabbit.
Whether you're referring to its earliest adaptation or the slew of OVAs that followed after, anyone who found themselves enraptured by Netflix's take on Go Nagai's dark masterpiece should give Devilman's older entries a shot. Sure, the dub can be abysmal in places.
Is it okay for me to wear my shoes in here?
I don't give a shit.
But it makes up for it with the same visceral content, most of which is expanded upon, so now you can watch the extended edition of Akira's nightmare as he tries to cope with being a demon hybrid. Masochists, eat your heart out. Number 6, Bao, the Visitor. Before there was Jojo, there was Bao. And what exactly is Bao? A mere man who finds himself infected with a strange parasite that turned him into a precursor for every single trope that Araki would eventually bring into the Joestar-verse. We're talking dogs being killed, henchmen getting torn asunder, bulging biceps attached to equally impossible frames, the classics. While it doesn't have the focus or imagination of any of the JoJo's, it does make for a fun watch for fans who can appreciate it as a template. A very bloody template.
Eat this.
Number 5, Ninja Scroll. One of the quintessential hack-and-slash anime experiences. If you're after blood and a lot of swordsmen getting sliced up, then you should already have this in your collection. The story may be bare bones, involving a skilled ronin taking out a group of uber-powered mercenaries, but that simplicity allows it to cram in plenty of awesome fights.
I will take care of killing him myself.
That, and a whole lot of WTF moments involving certain areas of anatomy. Pretty sure snakes aren't supposed to come out of there. Number 4, Wicked City.
I admit I'm shocked. I'm afraid I'm dreaming and I'm gonna wake up.
Yoshiaki Kawajiri is something of a mad genius who has given us gems like the aforementioned Ninja Scroll, short-lived experiments like Oedo 808, and even masterpieces like Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. He's also given us crazy nightmare fuel a la this. His special brand of grit and hardcore return in full force with this flick, only now it's set in the present time with an investigator taking on various monsters disguising themselves as humans. Yes, this is the one with the Spider-Woman who has teeth where she shouldn't. Number 3. Violence Jack.
Now die.
If you thought Devilman was too excessive with its depictions of humanity's savagery, then you haven't seen anything yet. Set in a post-apocalyptic world where raiders and survivors roam around committing one atrocity after another, you've got Jack, who decides to ram it right back in their faces. Think Fist of the North Star if it swapped out the martial arts for cannibalism, depravity, and all other kinds of unpleasantries. Just make sure you're in the right mood before giving this one a go.
You idiots! What are you so scared of?
Number 2. Midori. There are a few anime out there that have assembled as much notoriety for their content quite like this, and it's not hard to see why. This thing is one disturbing scenario after the next, focusing on an innocent girl who is forced to work at a circus, where she becomes a frequent victim of the freaks who work there. Nothing is off the table with this thing, genuinely sickening in some places, with its relentless shock factor causing it to be banned just about everywhere. Just be aware what you're getting into if you fancy going on the hunt for it. Number 1. Genocyber.
Looks like he's got himself a girlfriend. Pretty little thing.
A glorious example of old-school, nonsensical, self-sabotaging, no-limits insanity. Genocyber is what you get when you try to throw everything plus the kitchen sink into an OVA, with excessive violence and gore being the sole focus. Yeah, there's something about a psychic girl, a homeless boy, and all that malarkey, but it's drowned underneath the volumes of grisly deaths as every side character ends up demolished around them. If not for its lackluster second and third episodes, we'd say this was something that demanded to be seen as a standalone example of animated carnage, but can still be a riot if you fancy watching people get mauled into molecular paste. Ugh. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.